Oasis single, the Ozone is standing on the shoulder of giants.
Yes, the boys from Burnage are back.
Plus one of rock's greatest survivors, the hunky-dory David Bowie.
Carleen Anderson is a brand new heavy.
And believe the hype, we tell you what's gonna blow up in 2000. As rock stars go, they don't come much bigger than David Bowie. He's a living legend and one of the world's richest artists. 3 years ago, he floated himself on the stock market to the tune of a whopping £34 million. Over a career of more than 30 years, he's served up some of the most classic rock, dance and pop songs ever made, from the glam rock of Ziggy Stardust to the drum and bass experiment of Little Wonder. David Bowie is the original chameleon. Along the way, he's flirted with androgyny, conquered a drug habit and is now hooked on the net. To top it all, readers of that tabloid Temple of Truth, The Sun, recently voted him the biggest music star of the 20th century. The people have spoken.
I was flabbergasted about The Sun. Dear old Sun. But every poll's different and has a completely different set of artists, and it's sort of, oh great, I'm #1, and then you see the next paper and it's like Lennon or somebody. Here's a star man waiting in the sky. I like to see that some of the ideas that I had, both musically and theatrically, have been taken up and expanded and sort of, you know, utilised by other bands and other artists. It's very satisfying to see that you've actually changed the content of a medium. And that's, I think that's great for vanity, you know, and you think, I did that, you know. But coming up on top or something is so arbitrary.
Whilst Bowie's known for his musical innovations, he's also become a pioneer of web technology. He was the first to release a single exclusively on the net, and in '98 he launched BowieNet, the world's first artist-created website.
People think that I'm totally involved in the technology, but you try and get me to write out HTML and I'm flat on my face. I can't program to save my life. I think the idea of having live work come up on the internet is beneficial for people who cannot get to the gig itself. But I think that is all. Nothing replaces the actual joy of going to see a live show. I think what would happen, more and more people will not want to go and see artists in stadiums. But they won't have to when they can get fairly up close on the internet.
Bowie's new single, out on the 17th of January, is the second track to be taken from his 23rd solo album, Hours.
I took the position on Survive of somebody who had a relationship when they were young, and that this person has never bettered that relationship and probably destroyed that relationship at the time, and now looks back on it as the chance he should have taken and the person maybe that he should have been with, and that life would have been very different if he'd done this and if he'd done that. But he's got it with gritted teeth and a sense of resignation. I'll survive, and it almost feels, to me it feels like he's treading water and waiting for life to be over. Naked eyes. Because the album dealt with a man looking back over his life, I wanted to have a resonance of how maybe I wrote songs earlier on. So it gives the implication that this comes from another age, you know. So although not being retro, you get that sense of yesteryear. And what I'm thrilled with is the video that Waterstone's finished for this. Who's quite, I gave him Thursday's Child to do, which was, I thought, brilliant. I was Thursday's child. This one, I just saw a few hours ago, is so wonderful, it's so beautiful. He's a killer. What Waterstone could do is take a minimalist situation and imbue it with such undertones and subtext that there's something tragically moving about the most domestic situation. And in Survive, it's a guy sitting in his kitchen waiting for his egg to boil. That's the entire video. But you see how he deals with that situation. It's superb.
Bowie has no plans to tour the UK for the next 18 months, but he may still succumb to the mother of all festivals.
I did the first Glastonbury. I think I might be up for doing another one quite shortly, which will also be something I should definitely consider. I don't know though, I haven't made up my mind.
Still to come on the Ozone.
Carleen Anderson.